Man, this is so good.
Hey, I have a joke.
Okay.
Do you want to hear it?
Okay.
A snail went to buy a new car. And he told the guy, I want you to paint a giant S on the sides and a giant S on the hood. The car guy said, why do you want that? You know what the snail said?
Because every time I drive down the avenue, I want people to say, look at that S-car go. Trading Places, man, it's one of my favorite movies. I've seen it 50 times.
You're the guy from Hollywood Weapons.
Yeah, man.
You know, you should test that movie Red sometime.
Okay.
You're funny.
What's that?
I gotta call Larry.
I think he heard my joke.
What is it now? Are you gonna parachute down on me from above or jump off the top shelf or something? What?
Oh, very funny, Larry. Like, why would I do that? That's silly.
I don't know, just a wild guess.
Always a pessimist.
What do you want, Terry?
Dude, you are not gonna believe who I just met.
Oh, I'm dying to know.
We met John in the diner while we were eating.
Oh, really? I haven't worked with him since 2009.
Well, listen to this.
He suggested we test the movie Red. I mean,
Tell him hear my joke.
why didn't I think of that? It's great.
Of course. What would you like to test?
I want to test that scene where he uses his revolver to shoot an RPG coming at him right out of the sky.
I've wanted to shoot one of those at you for years. In fact, I actually thought you were going to say...
Oh, yes, that would be awesome, too. How do you think we would test that? Doesn't matter. We'll test it all. We gotta go see Larry. On this episode of Hollywood Weapons, we're testing Red.
We're taking my car.
No.
Yours is in the shop, remember?
We're gonna put Hollywood to the test. This is Hollywood Weapons.
Living on a vision is a cheap thrill. Trying to be the greatest, why keep it real? I can't even stop you, think I'm down and out. I make it fun with what I got, with a paper crown. Trying to be the greatest.
Are you done? Turn the car off. You're the worst. All right, so here we are testing Red, a full-out action movie with plenty of explosions, shootouts, and of course, most importantly, great story.
My favorite.
Well, and like all good action movies, it's got some things we can test.
And now it's time for Terry's Knucklehead Science, Vato Loco.
Yeah, right.
So, what's cooking here?
All right, so in this scene, Bruce Willis's character, Frank Moses, tries to create a distraction. So he takes a frying pan, turns on the stove, adds some cooking oil, and sprinkles in some 9mm hollow point rounds for seasoning.
What happens?
Well, eventually the rounds get hot and cook off, and the bullets start ricocheting all around the kitchen.
Oh, that reminds me of my Aunt Bertha's cooking. Not good.
That bad?
Malissima.
All right, now we all know bullets have primer and gunpowder in them, and eventually the heat's gonna make them explode. But will it work like we saw in the scene? Not sure. Next. All right, now one of my favorite scenes, Marvin Boggs, played by the consistently excellent John Malkovich, stands tall as a rocket-propelled grenade is fired at him from 40 feet away.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, but not to worry. Boggs pulls out his trusty revolver and shoots the incoming round before it gets to him.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but cool. An RPG is a shoulder-fired anti-tank weapon with a shape-charged warhead attached to a rocket motor that propels it towards the target. Now, there's different grenades you can fire from an RPG, but they basically have a point-initiating, base-detonating piezoelectric fuse.
Hey, what?
Yeah. Okay, what that means is if it hits a target, it's gonna explode. So my job is to hit the tip of that RPG round as it's coming at me and shoot it before it gets to me.
From 40 feet away.
Yep.
How fast do they go?
Oh, about 650 miles an hour.
Well, it was nice knowing you. Well, not really.
Hey, why don't you make yourself useful and let Larry know we're here?
Seriously? Are you coming in or what?
Yeah, I think I will, but only because you asked so nicely. Red, RPG, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, RPGs are cool, but first let's talk about that frying pan guy.
Well, I got my doubts about that, but we believe in giving the people what they want, so...
Well, that's why we test, right? So I'll get a propane stove, we'll have a frying pan, throw in a couple cartridges, add a little cooking oil, see what happens.
Sounds perfect, but what about the RPG thing?
Well, as much as I'd like to shoot a real RPG round at you, I know I can't, so I'll use some kind of replica round like this. We use it in film and television
I
all the
get it,
time.
you're the master in that world, but how are you gonna test that here?
Well, that's a fair question. By the way, we also have our Smith & Wesson large caliber revolver here, similar to the one that they used in the film.
Basically a hand cannon.
It is basically a hand cannon, Terry. That's true.
Well, Larry, you still haven't told me how you're gonna shoot an RPG at me.
No. No, I haven't.
All right, what do we got?
Okay, so just like in the movie Red, we have a cast iron skillet. We've got some cooking oil. We've got 8 9mm cartridges.
Add a dash of salt, and voila. Bam.
Okay, so in the movie, the oil heats up and it causes these cartridges to cook off. And of course, the bullets then go flying all over the kitchen.
It was a fun scene.
It was.
Think it's gonna work?
I don't know. The only way to find out is to test it. So grab some oil. Grab some cartridges.
They're not cartridges, Larry, they're bullets.
Turn it on and let's get behind the Lexan.
Not in love
By
with
the
your
way, it took 35 seconds in the movie, so run.
Huh.
35 seconds is a long time.
It's a long, long time when bad guys are chasing you.
It is, you know. Do you notice that in honor of testing the movie Red, I put on a red shirt?
You know, shame on me for not saying something.
Shame on you for
'cause
not seeing that.
It looks good. It's a good color for you.
Yeah,
it's
thank you.
earthy and I feel like you could go out to a party
Earthy.
with that. Yeah, and also
Yeah.
still do stuff here. So it's a good choice.
Well, that's 35 seconds. So.
All right, well, so if we were keeping in the strict parameters of what we saw in the film, the test failed. But come on, he might have had olive oil, the stove might have been hotter, maybe the pan was different. I don't know.
Yeah, we can give it a little bit more time for sure. You know, that was 5 minutes.
You wanna call it?
I think we should.
Okay.
You know.
I mean, I think we gave them the benefit of the doubt. We do know that rounds cook off. I've been around when it's happened. But given what we saw in the movie with those conditions, it didn't work.
Yeah, and it's so funny. You know, you can cook off rounds in a gun, but you can't seem to cook them off in a frying pan.
Well, not the way they did it. So
Not
it was a
the
little
way
less
they did
exciting
it.
than we thought it would be.
Let's go see what it looks like.
Okay, cool. Okay, we've given it plenty of time to cool off,
Yep.
but yeah, what do you think?
Well, I mean, look, we haven't even agitated the cartridges around. They're still in the same pattern where you so delicately place them in the oil. I mean, small propane stove like this, just trying to heat up the cast iron skillet to a temperature that might ignite something. It's going to take, obviously, a lot more than 35 seconds like in the movie, much less the oil and the cartridges and the powder.
So, I mean, look, man, it's a great scene, very entertaining. Rounds do cook off. I've been around when they have.
I've seen it too.
In the movie Red, even though Bruce Willis is the man, this failed.
Yeah, pretty much a fail.
Hey, wait, you still haven't told me how you're gonna shoot an RPG at me safely.
Oh, yeah, I haven't.
Okay, so unless you got Patrick Mahomes out here to throw that thing really fast, I don't see how you're gonna work this.
Well, let's break it down. First off, you know I am devastated that I can't fire a real RPG rocket at
I
you.
know you are.
But we still have to move forward and do the best simulation that we can.
Of course. Well, I see the wire stretched about head level. I assume that's got something to do with this.
Yeah, it does. This is actually a pretty cool test. And in fact, it's one of the #1 viewer requested tests. So it's pretty cool. And in addition, we get to use real Hollywood magic.
Keep talking.
Okay, in film and television, we shoot RPGs all the time. How do we do it? Well, we have a molded replica projectile like this one, suspended on a wire like this one, and the whole thing is powered by a model rocket engine.
Get out of here. That's really how you do it.
Yep.
That's really cool. So, The projectile's hanging from the wire, the rocket engine's in the back, and it propels it straight for me.
Exactly.
So do you think that little rocket engine is enough to power that?
Well, I think so. Follow me on this. A real RPG second stage rocket propels it just under 300 meters per second.
Yep.
We tested this earlier with the model rocket engine. It propelled it just over 200 meters per second. So we're close.
That's pretty darn fast. It's definitely good enough for government work and or television. How will I know if I hit it?
Good question. I've got a little capsule here on the end of the projectile. It's filled with red powder, so if you hit it, you should see a satisfying pink mist. And notice I said, if you hit it.
Yeah, well, we know this is a really hard shot, but like they said, in the Army, I should have paid better attention in school.
Shall we move into position?
Let's. Okay.
So we got the rocket ready to go. It's on the wire. I'll get it armed up. We'll load you up with one round, just like in the movie. Single shot, double action, offhand at the rocket.
To be fair, for the record, John Malkovich got to do this in slow motion.
Yeah, well, this is coming at you at 200 meters per second. There's nothing slow about this.
Okay, set me up.
Okay, rocket is armed. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, the weapon's clear.
I didn't hit that. that was really hard, man.
Yeah, I mean, we can see the paint smear right there on the wood, so there was no puff of smoke out there, no pink mist, like we said.
Well,
it's a tough shot.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, look, there's always a 1,000,000 to 1 chance you could do it, but, you know, as we saw in the movie that way, I kind of call that a fail. But I will say this, too, you know, using that gun with the double action, and you try to take the slack out of the trigger, it made it hard.
But, you know, I got a few more rockets, and I got a few more rounds, so if you'd like to try it single action, I think I can do that.
I would like to try it single action.
Okay, let's get reset then. Okay, 1 round, your weapon is hot. Gonna arm up the rocket here.
When you're ready, I'll go ahead and cock it back.
Okay, rocket is armed. And you may fire in 3, 2, 1. So remember you said you thought you got close? You got close.
I got close.
You did. I mean, you're basically in line with the wire there on that second shot. Didn't hit it, but you missed it by that much.
Well, I think what saved me on that one and got me at least where I was close to be was the single action. You know, because I was able to cock it back.
For
you know,
sure.
Boggs didn't do that. Boggs had it in double action, so it just
He's
proves
Boggs.
He's Boggs. That's why he is who he is, and it shows how hard that shot is.
Very
But
difficult shot.
what do you think, man? What do you want to do?
I think I got an idea.
I knew you'd say that. So what do you want to do?
Well, I remember an old story I heard from a World War I veteran about Germans tossing hand grenades into the Allied trenches.
Yeah.
And they used shotguns to shoot the grenades out of the air. And I thought to myself, if only I had a shotgun here. So we've got an RPG, which is a rocket-propelled
Grenade. Yes, I like
So
where you're
why don't
going.
we give this a shot? You got 1 round chambered, weapons on safe. I'm going to arm up the rocket.
I'm up.
Okay, rocket is armed. In 3, 2, 1. Wow.
That thing is moving.
And we got something here.
You think that's a hit?
I mean, if it is, it's a single pellet. Why don't you go get a bowl or something so we can empty this thing out?
Pour it out. All right, I don't see it, but...
I'll fill around in there.
Up, wait.
Yep. Yep, that's a pellet. One single pellet.
Lucky shot, man. What do you think?
Well, obviously, it's probably not enough to crush that crystal and create the electric current that actually ignites the RPG, but I'm calling that a hit.
Well, listen, I got lucky. I'll take that. You know, for the test, for Red, we have to say it's unsuccessful, but this is Hollywood Weapons. We still made it happen.
Yeah, unsuccessful like in the movie, but we still hit the rocket in midair.
You said you had another test.
I did, didn't I?
We gonna do it?
We are.
You're welcome for your freedom, Zanoff. Another test. I'm excited. Okay, Red 2. Now with more redness than the original Red. Anyway, in this scene, Moses and Boggs are under attack from a would-be assassin who's got a minigun, so they take cover behind a van. As a refresher, a minigun is an electric-powered 6-barrel rotary gun with a rate of fire of 3,000 rounds per minute. So the bad guy stitches the van from front to back and back to front. He cuts it in half, and the whole thing collapses. Can you really do that? You're welcome.
We're pretty close here.
Zanoff, I bet you can't say minigun without smiling.
I bet you're right.
Well, this is a good one. I mean, we've tested the minigun in the Predator episode using the jungle, but now we got a van, right?
Yeah, big difference, of course, we're shooting through sheet metal. We're not shooting through organic material like branches and leaves.
100%. Well, prognostication, a wise one.
Well, here's the thing. To really cut it in half like we see in the film, we're gonna have to overlap each and every one of those bullet hits. So it's a little bit of a technical kind of shooting here, and of course, it depends on how many rounds we get through it.
Yeah, who cares? We're shooting a minigun. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, go ahead, get on the gun, flip up the switch.
I'm
armed. We got power, we're on.
Ready?
And fire at will.
Well, listen, man, when do we not like to shoot a minigun? But,
always.
I mean, what we saw in the movie, there's no way, right?
So I did the math, right?
Tell me what you did.
And if you had 960 bullets that perfectly overlapped each other, you maybe could cut all the way through the metal. So as seen in the movie with about 500 rounds, it's not gonna happen.
Well, I mean, look, we still had fun doing it, and there is a lot of ammo left.
There is. What's your point?
I already know the point. Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
I love that smell in the morning. So what do you think, man?
Well, like we said, 960 rounds perfectly overlapping each other to cut the thing all the way through. I mean, vehicles are meant to be able to flip over, not collapse the roof and everything. I don't think with that amount of ammunition as we saw in the film, it was ever really going to work.
And it was really fun, but what am I gonna tell Mom? All right, there you have it. Red and Red 2 put to the test. I'd like to thank Larry and the team for making it fun and safe. What did we learn today? Well, dumping a bunch of rounds in a heated frying pan of cooking oil ain't gonna send them ricocheting around the room. Now, although Boggs made the shot in the movie, you're not gonna hit the head of a moving RPG round at you standing offhand with a 500 Smith & Wesson, but I was able to hit it with a shotgun pellet, so there's always hope. And a minigun, while devastating, is not gonna surgically cut through a vehicle and have it collapse in front of you. But here's the thing about the Red movies. They had great stories, witty dialogue, huge action sequences, and actors still at the top of the game. So, I mean, come on, man, what more do you want? So if you got something you want us to test, reach out to us and maybe we'll make that happen. And by the way, the real lesson of the Red movies is that you never, ever underestimate an old man.